Hello, wonderful people. I want to specially welcome you to another powerful edition of SMS. SMS talks about sex and marriage as solutions. I am Barisiken Emmanuel, the privileged lead pastor of Faithhouse Leadership Churches worldwide, the International Center for Leadership Diplomacy and Economic Development. As a pastor for more than 2 decades now, I have so much experiences in my discussion with married people. I find out that a whole lot of persons that have been having marital issues when it has to do with the issue of sex, ranging from I saw my wife using a vibrator. I found my husband having sex with my house help. A whole lot of issues. My husband was actually caught having sex with his secretary at his workplace. I always find out that my husband has a sexual relationship with someone that is a little bit less qualified to be found around my matrimonial home. I find my wife is having a sexual affair with my driver. My wife is having a sexual affair with the security man at home. Or my husband was actually caught having something like a quick sex with someone that lives alongside their streets. And this has been a lot of crises in several homes that I've had the privilege to intervene and then offer some practical solutions on how to deal with it. So this is why today I'll be talking to you on 2 to 3 or 4 sexual habits of married people that should be avoided, else your marriage may crash. 6 or 4 or 3 or 5 dating sexual habits that you see happening around your life as a married woman, you see happening around your wife as a married man, that if you don't deal with it, it is definitely going to crash your family. For those of you who are not yet married, once you begin to have these tendencies around you, you need help, you need advice, you need counseling, you need direction. The first is this: when sexual relationship within a married man and a married woman becomes transactional. When sexual relationship between a married woman and a married man becomes transactional. What do I mean by that? Okay, if you want me to have sex with you, you need to buy me a car. You need to give me 20,000. That's prostitution. That's marital or matrimonial prostitution. Once sexual relationship becomes transactional, you will not have sex with your husband except he gives you something, or you will not have sex with your wife except she offers you something in return, vis-a-vis. Once such kind of sexual attitude or disposition begins to come in between your marriage, you have to realize this, that is going to cause a lot of marital issues in your marriage. How do I know this? Because one is that when the person comes to the point where he doesn't have the capacity or the finances or the wherewithal to bring what is called a deposit before sex is established, the person is going to look for someone else to satisfy him or someone else to satisfy her. All right, the second dirty habit that is always exhibited among married people, that once you see it happening in your life, is going to crash your family, when you begin to compare your sexual experience with your spouse, with your ex, when you begin to compare the sexual experience of your with your spouse when compared with your ex. Probably you had sex with someone, your husband or your wife is not a prostitute or a prostitute, as it were. You need to find a way to have a sexual satisfaction between your present spouse. Once you're having sex with your spouse and you're like, you didn't satisfy me, I didn't like the way you did it, the way Kinsley did it the other day, the way Kelechi did it the other day, the way Mary did it to me. If it was my ex, he was going to raise my leg, she was going to raise my leg, and all the turn me on and all that. Once you begin to compare your spouse with your ex, you are dealing with a very dirty sexual attitude, and it's going to crash your family. So what you need to do is to keep focusing on your spouse, trusting God, trusting your marriage counselors, trusting instructions and getting inspirations in order for you to have a better sexual relationship with each other, so that your marriage and your life will definitely make advancement. All right, the third sexual habit that is found among married people that has the capacity of destroying that marital relationship is when you begin to see your spouse as a non-performing person, or an old person, or someone that is not attractive. I see a lot of that among married men when it comes to the point where they were like, your breast has fallen, your private part is now open, you don't have the figure again, I cannot have sexual satisfaction again because of your physical composition. And you find out that most of these men, they always find a way to satisfy themselves outside. That is the highest level of madness that I've seen among married people. I want you to know that the size of every woman's private part is the same configuration, everything is the same. The same experience you have with an ex is the same experience you're going to have with your spouse. So it's the most important thing is to look at the physical aspect of your wife that is lacking and begin to make it up. Yes, if you actually like ladies that put on a pink pant, a yellow pant, you like your wife dressing cool and all that. So find a way and buy it for your wife. And for you as a lady, you have to find a way, either by asking him questions or trying to do one or two things to actually extract information on what your husband likes. If your husband likes a white pant, go ahead. You don't have to be wearing black and white pants every time. If your husband likes pink pants, buy it for him, wear it for him, make him happy, make him excited. I want you to know that your husband is going to walk out of that person that is taking him away from your matrimonial home, because every woman appreciates her matrimonial home. I want you to know that as you watch this video again and again and listen to it again and again, you're going to have the necessary solutions. You're going to see your family, your sexual life between you and your spouse work better. And for those of you who are not married, you need to begin to learn this. By the time you get into marriage, you'll be able to have a strong, powerful sexual relationship with your spouse. Because once the sexual relationship of married people is altered, definitely there's going to be crisis. There may be a divorce. I pray for every married person here, and I pray that God is going to give you inspiration. I speak to your life, and I ask that the light of God will shine your path. Your marriage will not break. The spirit of wickedness that have unleashed on marriages, where it's broken over your life, your love between you and your husband is coming stronger. Your sexual life is experiencing unusual innovation, inspiration, and there's going to be massive joy in the precious mighty name of Jesus Christ. If you need more counseling and direction and prayers in this regard between you and your husband's sexual life, please call me. I'm your professional marriage counselor by Sigena Emmanuel, the privileged lead pastor of Faithhouse Leadership Churches worldwide. Please call the number that is on your screen, or +234 803 5003 594. Till I see you in the next video of SMS, do have a wonderful marriage relationship. God bless you.
This is Faithhouse Leadership Church, one global leadership church, transforming lives and leading nations through God's light.